Hi y'all, it's Neva from Manic Mama Musings, and this is Mental Health Monday. So, I did mention last Monday that I would be starting a mood project, and I was hoping people would join in. Well, Lisa from Coping with Yarn says she's going to join in. I need to check her channel, see if she's made a video. And Kenyatta from Kenyatta Create said she is joining in. So far there's only two people, and so if it stays that way, I'm not going to make a special playlist for the projects. I'm just going to link their videos down below and show my project every Monday. So I told you I'm making a snake. I've got to stuff it because it's getting far enough along it can be stuffed a little. But so here it is so far. I did the head as one day. Like the whole head is just one day. And then there was another happy day. This was a mixed mood day. This was an angry day. This was a couple sad days. A mixed mood day and two happy days. And so I really like how the colors are working up. They did I'll put, I got to remember to put the link down below for the pattern. They did theirs in bright colors, and honestly, I might try to make one either for one of my great nephews or, something. Because this is going to take me all year because I want it to. I'm only putting 2 rounds in for each day, so I don't know how long it's going to end up being. But I'm excited because so far it really does look like a snake, like the shape of a snake, and so I'm happy. This is going to be easy. The rest of the pattern, the it doesn't change until the end, till the tail where it gets smaller, and so I know exactly what to do every day. So it's not anything I have to really think about, but it'll be something different rather than a blanket or something. And I'm very happy with this. I'm glad I did this. One of my wonderful subscribers had recommended that I do a snake. And so I took her advice, and I'm happy. I'm very glad that I'm doing this. I'm hoping I stick with it this year. I'm just going to do a snake the whole year out instead of switching around. So if you want that pattern, I'm going to try my best to remember to link it down below. It's adorable. It's adorable in those bright colors. It would be really cute in like rainbow colors. It's very cute. So what am I going to talk about today? I'm going to talk about when you get in a funk and you can't pull yourself out, which happened to me for 3 days last week. I could say it was leading up to my dad's birthday, but I really hadn't thought about him. I was just in a funk. And we had talked about the whole letdown of, darn, it's not, the New Year's, nothing new. For whatever reason, everybody builds it up and stuff. But I don't even think that was it, because I'm with the reality that it's a new year, not a new me, not a new country, not a new world. It's just a start of a new year where you can try to be a better person than you were the year before, is to me is what it is. But I just felt bad. I didn't want to get out of bed. I wanted to sleep and sleep and sleep. I felt like just hibernating for a month, and I'm still a little bit like I just want to go to sleep. I had to make myself get up, and I'm sure there are a lot of people who have to make themselves get up and do stuff in the day. I'm not the only one. I can't say that my fibro's bothering me, but I'm very tired, and it probably is partly my building up to my dad's birthday, but only because my friend Liz, who passed away in April, my dad thought the world of her, and her birthday is next month. And I got to thinking about, I don't know, you get to reminiscing. And I got to reminiscing about stuff when we were kids and how much my dad thought of Elizabeth. Well, we called her Liz. I did. I thought about her kids. They had to go through their first Christmas without their mom. And our birthday's coming up, and me and her husband stay in touch with each other. And I had seen a meme the other day that made me think of her. And she's one of the only people that would have thought it was funny along with me. And so I sent it to her husband, and I was like, I can't send it to Liz, so I sent it to you. And when we get like that, it's so hard to pull ourselves out of that funk. But we don't always have somebody else, or somebody else doesn't know how to help us. And those are the times when we need to give ourselves time to, I not mourn, but to be sad. It's okay to be sad. But we also need to remind ourselves that if we stay there, it gets so easy. It gets easier and easier every day to stay there. If you wallow, not wallow in it, that's not the word, but if you just stay there and you find comfort in being depressed, it's so hard to break out of that depression. And, I'm still feeling the effects from a week ago. I don't know exactly why it hit me like it did. And, well, I'm bipolar. And so, that happens anyway. And I have anxiety. But it's still just, I want you guys to know that I was very, very sad. And if you're feeling that, I feel it with you. I am so sorry that you are feeling it. And you are not alone. There are so many people that feel that sadness every single day. And it's not fun. And it's you guys, I reading you guys' comments makes me know I'm not alone. Because so many of you tell me, wow, you spoke right to how I'm feeling right now. I come from a family where I felt like I was the only one that felt those things. Whether it was someone did admit that they felt it, or they didn't admit it, or they didn't want to admit it, or they were in denial, most time in denial. Well, hello, Lucy. Um, I have a lot of reasons that um, I used to try to hide how I felt, because it wasn't okay to admit you weren't okay. Like, you were just supposed to suck it up. I talked to my therapist today, and I told him in our house you weren't allowed to cry loud, laugh loud, be happy loud, be sad. You weren't allowed to be any of that. You had to be very quiet. Loud noises were for outside. That was even extreme happiness. You did that outside. And so I stayed in my room and I stayed quiet, and I was depressed for almost my whole life, my whole childhood. I guess I was born a sad little girl, because my mom said I hardly ever smiled. And then I just continued. I was a sad teenager, and I was in my room all the time. And it was probably that after school special, to be honest. Um, and I grew into a sad adult who didn't like herself. And now I like myself. I have some days where I still struggle to like myself, but I like myself more than I used to. I don't have quite as deep depressions as I used to, but I still get that way. But I take meds now, so that helps. Um, back then you didn't medicate, and you didn't take medication. You didn't admit something was wrong. My mom, I think, was depressed most of my childhood, but she would never have admitted that it was depression. But I remember her crying most of my life. Um, that's a whole lot of stuff that maybe someday I'll get into, maybe I won't, but it was just something you didn't talk about. And so when I was told I was bipolar, I thought that was like the worst thing ever, that you could be told you're bipolar, because my family didn't talk about the crazy. Like, they didn't admit that there was crazy in our family. They didn't admit that there was, they didn't admit that there was reasons there was a lot of alcoholics in our family. No, they just drink. Couldn't be that they're self-medicating. No. If I had a cousin that got on drugs, it wasn't that she was self-medicating or whatever. It was she was a drug addict. Um, so I'm gonna make this kind of short and sweet tonight. I just want you to know that if you're sad, you can reach out to me, because I know that deep down sadness. And I especially know that sadness that you can't even explain why you're sad You're just sad. There's lots of other people who will tell you they don't understand that there has to be a reason you're sad. But I can relate. And I dealt with this last week. I am so lucky to have the husband I have who just loves me. And I have wonderful friends, you guys, who comment and make the hard times a little better. I have a friend that I've had since 7th grade who loves me just the way I am. We went to school together, we graduated together, we were each other's first roommates, and she is absolutely wonderful. I have daughters who I would not trade for the world, even on the bad days. Um, I have special people in my life that I appreciate so very much. And I'm just telling you that if you need someone to talk to, if somebody around you, uh, LJ can love me all he wants, but he still doesn't understand when I get really sad and there's no reason for it. He doesn't try to fix it anymore. He just loves me, which I appreciate. But if you need that person, if you need a friend to vent to, I would gladly, you can email me whenever you want and I will get back to you as soon as I can. I love all of you subscribers, and I'm hoping that you are not feeling the blues like I am, but if you are, you have someone to talk to. And I'm going to wrap it up. I love all of you and have a wonderful week. It's Monday. Not that it's really all that different, kind of like the new year. Monday's just a day, but it's Monday, start of a new week. Let's make it good if we can. Maybe. Okay, bye.